Amongst various books that I read past year, these are the 6 ones that have impacted my life most, and I believe if you plan to read any book this year, you must pick any of these ones. I have very carefully picked each of these books from different categories like productivity, self-help, and finance. Let's start with the foundation, your mindset. Most of the times we know that we are doing everything right, but the results are nowhere to be seen. So most of the times there is no issue of the path or the direction towards which we are moving, but the issue is with the frequency with which we are taking these steps. This fabulous book by Cardone, the 10x rule, will tell you in simplest possible words that you have been wrong in assuming the amount of effort that you will have to put in to reach your goals. And the solution to that also lies within the title of this book, that is 10x. 10x, increase your effort by 10 times. Whatever you are doing, you need not to change the strategy, you need not to change your goals, you need not to change your destination. All you need to do is whatever you are doing, increase it by 10 times. You are making 10 calls, make it 100. You are reading 1 book a month, make it 10. So whatever the work or the task you are performing every day, every month, every year, just simply increase it by 10% if you want to be amongst the top performers. I love this idea from this book. You need not to change any of the strategies that you are working on. You just need to increase the pace. Here is the second one. The Diary of a CEO, 33 Laws of Business and Life by Stephen Bartlett. While in previous book of Cardone, we talked about the volume, and Stephen Bartlett talks about the laws and strategies through which those volumes have to be increased. One of the most fabulous concepts that I read in A Diary of a CEO by Stephen Bartlett is the concept of 5 buckets formula. Stephen Bartlett in this book talk about the 5 buckets of life that we have to fill in order to achieve anything massive. And the strange thing about this is that he has talked about the sequence with which those 5 buckets have to be filled. Listen to me carefully when I'm telling you those 5 buckets of life. The first bucket, what you know, the knowledge bucket. This is the first bucket you have to fill before proceeding to the next one. That is what you can do, these skills. First bucket, you have knowledge. Second bucket, in order to make anything out of that knowledge, you need to have the skills that you have acquired out of that knowledge. Third bucket, who you know, your relationships, the people around you, the people whom you often meet. You have got the knowledge, you have got the skills, but if you are bad at connecting with people, you won't be making much out of your life. Making sense? Stay with me as we go for the last 2 buckets. Bucket 4, the resources. This is where most of the people go wrong because they start right away with the resources instead of filling first 3 buckets first, which is knowledge, skills, and relationships. They blame of not having the resources as their cause of failure. Actually, their cause of failure is any of the previous buckets that have not yet been filled. And the 5th and final bucket in the Stephen Bartlett sequence is your reputation. What world thinks of you? Are you a leader? Are you a follower? What type of a person you are? If you have got all the buckets filled, but last one, your reputation, how you present yourself is not good, then you will also not be able to make into the top 1%. Remember the list of these 5 buckets, and this will help you a lot. Love this idea from Stephen Bartlett. Third one is classical. It is Ali Alive by Jonathan Eig. This is the biography of one of the greatest sportsmen of all the times, legendary boxer Muhammad Ali. This book will tell you what success really looks like and what the greatest people of all the times have to go through in order to reach to the level that they reach. This book will make you realize that all the issues and all the problems that you or your business is facing, those are pittance. Those are the pittance as compared to the issues that legendary boxers or legendary people who make the history go through all the times. This will make you at ease that it's normal to go through the pain and sufferings in order to be greatest of all times. A must read if you are into any kind of biography books. Now, after talking about the skills and the mindset to achieve something greater, you need to have these strategies to put your plan into action, and the best book for that is The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. This book will let you know that the 40% of the things that we do are just made out of our routine habits. We do not even think or plan to do those, but those we do it on autopilot mode, like brushing your teeth or picking up your phone right after waking up or anything like that. So most of the things that we do every day form part of our routine, and we do those without even thinking or planning about it. So the key to success would be if somehow we are able to dovetail the successful habits or habits that will push us towards the success as part of our daily routine, that will change us life marvelously. I know there is a famous book, Atomic Habits, which also talks about books and is in competition with this, but trust me, if you go through this book in detail, you need not to go through James Clear's Atomic Habits. Love this one. Book number 5, this small little cute book. Do not be betrayed by its size. It's such a powerful book, The 1 Minute Manager. You can read this book in one sitting and it will leave you a lifetime impact on you. This book is, I believe, must read for every entrepreneur. This book talks about you need not big sessions or big conferences and big data and planning to perform well. If you are able to put up in 1 minute what you intend to do, if you are able to put in 1 minute or less, what are your plans? What is the issue that you are facing? Anything. Avoid big paragraphs, avoid big sermons. You must have the quality of putting everything in just 1 minute and convey it conveniently. You will be a top performer. Must read The 1 Minute Manager. Now this one again, I have intentionally placed it in this series. I have talked about this book a lot of times because this book does not need any more emphasis that it is a must read for you. It is 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Trust me, the world is not a fair place. You need to know the rules with which the world operates, and if you're not able to grasp those rules in a real way, you will be having a hard time. You will be considering yourself as a very good guy, trying to help everyone around, but yet you somehow are being manipulated to be at the place where you don't want to be just by trying to prove yourself as a good guy. This book will tell you the nasty skills of managing people, managing friends, as well as managing your enemies around. So these 6 books cover the strategy, the mindset, and the approach that you need to adopt to be successful. If you want to know in detail about any of these books, you will find a separate video on this YouTube channel about each of these books, explaining in detail what each of these books is about. If you are with me till now, let me assume that you like this video. Do not forget to portray the same. Give this video a like by pressing the like button, and do not forget to subscribe Bookish Talks for videos like this. See you in the next one.